Pardon me?
I don't feel like that.
And
guys.
we're live.
We're
We're
live.
live. Welcome to True Tone episode 22. We are new for
We're only
2022.
on
Happy
22.
New Year, everyone. Yes, it's only been a
We
few
would be at
months
like
since we all
46.
streamed.
No,
if,
you know
we
what?
decided
You
to
know what?
stream more,
We
but,
did
you know,
no. We did this on purpose. We wanted the first episode of 2022 to be episode
Episode 22.
22.
It had
See,
to
if we
win.
wanted to really do that,
this
we would
was on
do it
purpose.
on January 22nd. But you know, that's just
Well,
just,
we were just too excited. That's the problem. We were too excited, and nobody
I'm
else
too
is
excited to
as
not stream
excited.
for 4
And
months.
as you
Yeah,
can see,
I
no
get
one
it.
else is that excited because there's no one here. Oh, they can't see this overlay, but I can,
No.
and it says 0 right there.
Yeah,
Nobody's
043.
watching this.
Oh,
That's okay. Oh, we have two people.
Yeah.
Hello, the two people. Make comments. Let's respond to your
I was about to
comments.
say, what do you want to bet that one of them is Drew's wife?
Oh, well, hey, you know what? Hey,
Always.
we need all the support we can get. That's all.
Yes,
That's all I can say. We
absolutely,
need all the support we can
absolutely.
get.
Oh,
Okay, well, I
Um,
put my 1 minute of time in, so I'm gonna
Yes.
dip probably.
Hey,
I'll be back
Justin.
in like an hour. So,
All right. Well,
yeah, if
thank you
you
for
can
showing
like
up,
decide
Michael.
to stream for like 2 hours, it'd be lit. If not,
Okay.
definitely don't understand because it's been 4 months. But you know, it works. It happens. You know.
Okay, Michael, this
Um,
passive aggressiveness is unnecessary.
No. I'm being legit. Like it's fine. You know, I'll stream for 2 hours. I'll
Michael,
be
we shamed the car out into leaving. They left. We shamed them.
God.
So
Okay,
but
I'll,
prior to
I'll-
the stream. Okay, all right,
I'll
bye,
see you later.
Michael. We'll see you in a little bit. So prior to us going live, Michael showed an Alfa Romeo Giulia, and it had the worst front license plate placement I've ever seen. It did not belong on that car at all. Anyway, so speaking of cars, since we're already on that topic,
Did you get a new one?
not yet.
no.
But there were some cool things at CES that we saw. So, for
We
example,
have-
we saw the
there-
BMW with the, I guess it was e-ink for the paint. It's pretty
Mhm.
interesting. That was pretty cool.
You know what? So I'm just going to interrupt here real quick. One
Okay.
thing that I found out, this car, so it's a concept car right now, and this car is going to be insanely expensive. It is going
I
to
would
be
like to point. I can't point in the proper direction. He is making biscuits right now. If anyone is, don't finger my cat.
Wait, no, don't say that. That's weird.
If anybody needs biscuits, my cat is making them in the back right now. So biscuits will be ready shortly. Right, Nugget? Oh, you're leaving now? No, don't open the door. Don't leave. He's leaving.
Yes. How would repairing the e-ink display work? So
That is a good point.
this is so what I was going to say was this car is going to be insanely expensive. E-ink displays as they are right now are insanely expensive. LTT did their WAN show last night, I think, or the night before, and I was watching it before we hopped on here because I kind of wanted to catch up on some of the last of the CES stuff, and they were talking about the car, and the newest consumer e-ink display is like $1,500, and it's just like
What do you mean for what though? Like e-ink readers have gotten progressively cheaper over the years, so
it's a 24-inch external. It's like it's an actual display. It's a physical display, but I don't. The problem is that I wasn't able to look into it too much. But from what I know, it is a monochrome display. It is just black and white. It's not color. And then it's, like I said, it's 24-inch. It can be rotated in either orientation, and then it just hooks up via, I think, USB-C. But because the technology is so niche, the manufacturing process is not super easy. So my guess is that because we haven't seen a whole lot in the e-ink world as of recently, I mean, it's been slowly progressing over the last 20 years, but not much has come of it. Matter of fact, I think in 2018 we saw the very first color e-ink display, like full color e-ink display. And
was it only 2018? It was only 2018 that we got a color e-ink display?
I can't remember. It was either 2018 or 2016.
But
even still, like, that kind of what ties back to the car, where with a whole car being covered in these panels of e-ink displays. I mean, it's going to be ridiculous.
I gotta stop you right there, Drew. Are you okay? Drew is just like, I mean, you're just like kind of staring deadly into the camera.
I was reading some article about this actually, like trying to catch up.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just like, what is going on? What is he looking at? All right, but but you know, but you know what? The e-ink. I mean, it was interesting. I don't see that being any more than a concept. I thought it was really cool. It was very eye catching.
Oh yeah.
The other thing was the Sony had electric. I mean, you still want to talk about the e-ink? You still want to talk about the e-ink? Adam, you're very interested in the e-ink.
I don't know. I'm fine, really. I was just saying because, like, the point I was trying to make was that if they were to make that car, it would be insanely expensive. I mean, it would just be out of the price range of.
It's already a BMW. I mean, it's
that too. I mean, it might be the first car to crack like $10 million. Like it's very possible.
But it's very cool. And then the other thing I noticed was watching the CES coverage, and honestly, you know, I really wish we could have gone. I really wish we could have gone. I mean, even though there were a lot of companies that dropped out, there was still a lot of cool stuff there.
I was surprised at how much there was.
There was, and a lot of people actually went. And I think what was funny was a lot of people said, "Oh, I'm not going to go," but then there were certain people that I feel like some of the people that said they weren't going to go still went, but they just said they weren't going to go.
Yeah,
maybe
it's like they were bandwagoning. Yeah,
well, like they were just hopping on the bandwagon.
Well, some didn't go, but some also like didn't go where like they flew in just for their brand deals and then they got out. Like there was a lot of that too.
Yeah, because they probably I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people were saying they were going to go to CES already, and then Omicron came, and then people were like, okay, maybe I shouldn't go, but then they had already probably made an agreement with them saying, hey, I'll come out for your brand if you pay for me to come out. And then they probably just did that one day thing. And honestly, we could have gone out for 2 days and been good, because I mean, all we needed to do was see the show floor. So that's good enough. That's good for next year. We could probably do it next year. So like, and Adam, if you could do 2 days, 2 days. Fly
by
out.
next year, I'll be out of. I'll be done with school. So that was the biggest issue this year, was that I wasn't able to get out of school because like literally CES. This is the first week back from our break, so it would have made no sense for me to leave right as we're coming back from break. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's CES is a weird time. It's like right after New Year's. Yeah, people are already on vacation, and they're coming back, and they have to go back to work. So it's kind of a strange time. But I mean, hey, if people can get the time off, then whatever. I couldn't get the time off, unfortunately. I knew I wouldn't be able to get the time off, and then it kind of ended up being bad anyway because of Omicron and stuff. Probably not a good idea to go.
Yeah,
but on Justin's point here, a ton of TikTokers went instead of YouTubers, which was interesting, and that is interesting. And I've noticed that TikTokers are doing really, really well. And it seems like when they get paid, they actually get paid. Now, on top of that, Instagram Reels do pretty well. And I know Drew and I are both trying to like get on that bandwagon too. However, I don't know what the like minimum requirements are to get on those. I know TikTok you have to have like 100,000 views a month. But you just think of how many videos you actually have to put out there. And I'm not gonna lie, like even with YouTube, okay, I had an idea for a video I wanted to release tomorrow, and I don't think it's gonna work. I filmed a lot of it, and then I went to put it together, and it just was garbage. But I do the same thing with TikTok. If it's not good, but the thing that bothers me is like if I can put all this effort into trying to make a good TikTok video, and then you go on TikTok and you're just swiping through and you see the dumbest garbage pop off, and it's just the dumbest thing. It can be like a 20-second thing of someone going, and it just pops off and gets 1 million likes. That is the weirdest thing about TikTok. It's like
what though?
Put so much.
That's on every platform though. That's on YouTube too.
Right. You're right.
It's a situation where you have to find that balance of how much time you want to spend versus how much you actually think it'll pay off. Yeah. Because so many YouTubers have said, we spent weeks on this video when it only got 500,000 views, but then these videos that we spent like 10 minutes on got like billions of views, and it's like it's definitely
the most low effort.
What YouTube needs to fix though is YouTube Shorts and how they pay out for YouTube
their
Shorts.
Pay is garbage.
Because
I think the most I've gotten on one is 29 cents.
Yeah, you get like I got
cents.
My unboxing of my my wife's iPhone got like 150,000 views, and it paid $1. It's like $1.
But that's the thing. That's the thing that kind of blows my mind. Is like there was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he only posted shorts on YouTube, and he ended up getting over 100,000 subscribers from shorts. And I guarantee he does not make nearly as much as somebody with 100,000 subscribers that actually makes real videos.
It's probably like $40.
Yeah,
and all I really do with the shorts anyway is I use TikTok, because TikTok actually has a decent interface for making those short videos, and I take those, I save them, and then I repost them.
Yeah.
Now the funny thing is, like it's not good because people can see that and they probably judge me based on that. But it's like, what should I do? Should I do the Instagram Reels and then save it from there and then put it? But the other problem too is TikTok lets you do up to 3 minutes, while Instagram Reels and YouTube are only 1 minute.
Yeah.
So
well, now that's a new thing though.
The 3 minutes?
TikTok has done that very recently. That hasn't been around forever.
But I gotta say that's improved. That definitely improves content. 100% improves content.
I've seen some really good videos on TikTok that because of that
you can get a full story instead of this part 1, like for part 2. That kind of shit. Instead of that, you actually can get a full story out of somebody versus having to go and then like. The thing that bothers me the most, if you are a TikToker and you make videos and you do a part 1, then a part 2, and a part 3, if you take part 2 and you put a comment and you pin it and it says see, part 2 right here and you can click it and go right to it, bless you, thank you, I love you. If you do that, you are amazing. If I have to go to your freaking page and swipe through to look for part 2, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. You already lost me there. No,
I completely agree with you. However, I will say I think TikTok has figured out that mentality, because they have the just watched thing where like if you go to someone's page, it'll say which video you just watched, and I'm like, they know. They have to know.
They do.
They know that people are doing this.
And on top of that, the other thing that bothers me too is like TikTok needs to come out with filters for these videos, for these TikToks.
I was gonna say
there's no way to see the most watched. There's no way to see oldest to newest, newest to oldest. There's no way to see like most liked, any of that. Like have a filter for all that, and oh my god, it would be so much better. So much better. And then well, I mean, there's no dislikes on anything anymore. There's no dislikes. There's no dislikes on TikToks. There's no dislikes on YouTube. What is wrong with this world?
I think Marquez said it best. He mentioned that the only way to find out how the quality of a video is to spend at least 10 minutes in a comment section looking at comments and filtering through the ones that are genuine good comments, and then the ones that are spam, to find the genuine ones that are saying this isn't a good video, this isn't a good take, whatever, because you have to filter through so much of the extra stuff before you can actually find what you're looking for. So,
but just to answer Justin here, so he says, I have so many drafts, but none of them are worth posting. Just me ranting about tech, no real good information. Otherwise, I'd post tech videos. Justin, I'm gonna say this right now. I have literally seen people rant on tape, talking about basically nothing, and getting thousands and thousands of subscribers on this platform. Yes. I'm telling you right now, you can sit here and work your ass off and make a good video with good content, and all it takes is for someone to sit there and ramble and talk about bullshit, and they get a bunch of views. I'm sorry. It drives me absolutely bonkers. It drives me absolutely bonkers. And you know what's funny too is that Gridiron Studios or Gridlock Studios or whatever they are, the ones that sent out the iPhone on the thing, they sent it out to people that had like 1,000 subscribers and to 5,000, 10,000 subscribers. And I don't know what it is. Am I just not good? Like, am I not good enough to receive any of these things? Because I would have made a video of it, guys.
You got to rant more. You got to rant more.
Yeah, you got to be more controversial. That's what it is.
I would have 100% made a video of their stuff. Yeah. I would have unboxed it. I would have made a review. I would have hung it on my damn wall, and I don't have shit hung on my walls. That thing right here, that is only there because I put mirrors up here, and they fell, and I left the nail up there, and then that just got put there. And it's an ugly frog with glasses. But you know what? If they would have sent me their little thing, I would have put it on my wall. Anyway,
I mean, we can see I have tons of stuff up on my wall, but I have this, which is a Google logo that it's like kind of like a color explosion. It's the old Google logo, but it's kind of like this color explosion thing that my brother got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. And so cool. The thing is, I can't stand putting like posters up on my wall, because before you know it, like there's like dents and folds and wrinkles, and like I don't know if it's just me, but like I can't stand putting paper up on my walls. Like the only place that I have paper on my wall is over there, because my graphic design class, we all signed like
have
this
you
thing.
ever thought about putting a poster inside of a frame? Like if
I did do that at one point.
If it's that nice, but I mean, I understand what you mean. Like the only way to have like a perfect poster is to have one that's been rolled up. Because
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
have
exactly.
it folded in any way, it's not going to look good.
Yeah.
But you could get like, I can imagine you having like a movie poster in your room, but like it'd be framed, with glass, and it looks nice. You can have something like that. I strive to have what Drew has in his little room right there. It looks so nice. Like my room always looks like absolute trash. Look at this, just garbage. I have my freaking uniform that I just wore, and then Adrian's little thing up there for no reason. Like I don't know why he put that there. I don't want that thing on my bed. Anyway, just a bunch of crap.
This is the best I could do, and well, I'm not even gonna pretend like it was 10 minutes because
I got a lot to do. I got a lot to do with this room, but that's the other thing too is I don't understand how people have like now like I understand how Drew has a room because he's got children, he has to have a room to himself. I get that. But like some people have their own office and it's so nice and it's untouched. And I'm like, do any of these people work from home? Cuz like if you work from home, your shit's going to be messy. It's not going to be clean.
I think that's why mine's like this because I'm on camera just all day. So like I think it has to, it's got to look.
You have to have a vibe back there.
Yeah.
And I was so lucky today. So like this is my second drill weekend. So first one with my unit, and it was virtual, which was great. Virtual, no camera, no nothing. And then of course they go, oh hey, you need to go to medical. So where did I spend all day today? On base at medical, getting poked and prodded. I sort of got I've had 3 shots in this arm. It hurts really bad.
I got my booster. Let's see, what's today? Saturday. I got my booster yesterday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that feeling where it's like it's not pain, but it's like just on the edge of pain. Like it's just barely not painful, but it's like uncomfortable. Yeah. My whole body feels like that right now. And I'm like, I was debating on like whether or not I was gonna join, but I grabbed a non-sponsored drink and I
non-sponsored
came onto the show. Yeah, because I only have 8,000 of them on my wall, and a ton more behind me on that table over there, and then I have like 25 more over there. Like I have so many cans that I need to put up, but yeah, it's we've missed. There's so much.
What else did we miss? So I know we missed CES. Prior to CES, there really the end of the year, really nothing crazy technology wise happened.
Well, even CES was like
it was
TCL killed it. Like TCL
definitely killed it.
Oh yeah.
And I still have well, they have the whole new 30 series of phones that I guess are going to be, well, they announced them, but it's probably going to take them a couple months to get them out. I still have to review the phones that they sent me that I haven't reviewed those yet, so I'm going to review those. And then, but I'm not going to lie, like any phone you get from TCL right now, I think they're all going to be good. Even the budget ones are good. I haven't had any issues with them. And then they've updated them pretty well. The only thing I'm going to say right now is the tablets that I've gotten to review from them that are Verizon exclusives, they do not get updated. Like, I think that's a Verizon thing. It's not a TCL thing.
This doesn't get updated either. So it's
well, they have one. They have the TCL Tab 8, the TCL Tab 8, and that one. Unfortunately, that one came out last year, and it's still on Android 10, not even Android 11. And then the new one they sent me. The new one they sent me has Android 11 on it, but I don't think it's going to... I don't know. Will it get Android 12? But what would be cool is I would love to see a tablet with Android 12L. I want to see that. Because I think that would make a huge difference.
I don't know why Google has not released the second beta for Android 12L yet, because Android 12L was so buggy. Like, I could not leave it installed on my phone. I was looking for my phone. I could not leave it installed on here.
Do you think that it would be good for foldables and for tablets? Do you think
I do, but at the same time, if they don't hammer out these bugs, like
it's a first beta,
and that's why I didn't say too much about it, because I knew that it was a first beta, but it was crazy, just the sheer amount of bugs that could be in just like a 0.1 update. Like it's crazy to me. Like with the clock alignment thing, I had like my notification center would just stop opening sometimes. Like it was ridiculous.
Android 12 in general is bad.
Okay, so Drew, have they given the December update yet or no?
No. So this is what happened, and so this one I flashed. So I flashed the December OTA on another Pixel 6 Pro, not this one I have, but another one. And then recently they actually completely pulled that update. So I can't I can't even flash it on here. It actually verifies and says it's not a verified OTA anymore, and I can't get it to flash on here. So this has November update, which was a very small kind of minimal security patch, and then some fingerprint scanner changes. So the update, December's update and January is supposed to be rolled into one, and they delayed it until late January, and they didn't give a date, just late January. Meanwhile, OnePlus is running full Android 12, second or third update. My Z Flip 3 is actually on its third Android 12 update.
There are the S20 and the S20 and the S21 already have the final Android 12 updates, like the final builds.
Yeah,
like,
and and Samsung, believe it or not, actually updated one of their A series devices to a 2022 update when it was still 2021.
Yeah,
so, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll tell you what, though,
Samsung's gotten a lot better. Samsung's gotten a lot.
They have done insanely good. I cannot praise Samsung enough right now. They are doing insanely well, and it's so crazy because they did it very sneakily. They just they kind of snuck themselves up. They've been doing good with hardware. They've been with software, but the one thing I have to criticize them, give me a minute, Joe. The one thing I have to criticize them on, they have updated. It feels like they've updated all the phones around the Galaxy S10 series. They have updated the A series. It feels like they've updated everything except for the S10, because that's the one phone that's the only Samsung phone that I have. That's the one phone that I can test stuff on, and I haven't been able to because they haven't released the US version of Android 12 yet. Like, it's funny because they released it to Canada, Germany, a couple of other, because of the exact version of the phone. It's like the Exynos model or whatever, but I cannot wait to get this update. It's a small update. Like, it's not huge. Like, it doesn't change a whole lot. There's a lot of on behind the scenes stuff, but I'm like, I just like, come on. That's my only complaint.
And so the other phone that is no surprise here, but as you guys remember, Microsoft's supposed to release the December update. I'm sorry, Android 11. They were supposed to release Android 11 on it. That didn't happen. No December update. No Android 11. So Surface Duo OG owners are just running on fumes. You're not going to get shit out of them. That's disappointing. I really hoped Microsoft would. Of course, they're going to focus on their new phone, but you have people that literally spent $1,500 on the phone.
The thing is that the really annoying thing is that Max Weinbach had said that those builds are in development. Like, they've been. I don't know if they're still currently in active development or not, but I remember before the Duo 2 came out, he was saying that Android 11 builds were in development. I'm like, you gotta. What, the 2 has been released for like 6 months now, however long, and we still don't have Android 11 for the original one. Android 11. We're on 12 now.
I think they kill it. I think it's
they're
gonna pull an AirPower.
They're not gonna make a third one, or if they do, it's the last. Like, I guarantee it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They just, like, there was potential in the hardware, but I think the problem is, I don't know. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit before any of them came out. You saw what they were doing with Samsung. They got a little collaboration with Samsung going, where they decided, okay, we're gonna have Microsoft Office applications put on your phones or offered onto your phones, and then they were selling them in their stores, in Microsoft stores. And I was like, okay, that's good and cool. But then the problem with them making Surface products like this is they're using Android, they're doing their own thing. But, like, Microsoft and Google, I still feel like, are not friends. They're not friends. I think they did work with each other to get this done. But, like,
well, no, actually, do you know Microsoft doesn't actually make the software? So
they don't?
So this is the problem with the Duo. So going back to the first Duo, initially Microsoft had it in-house. Then it got crazy delayed, and they were having issues. And so what they ended up doing is they outsourced all of the software development to a third-party company. And also the hardware, that like some of the hardware is third party. It's not even Microsoft that actually puts the whole phone together. And so the hardware and software are so disconnected. The software is built actually in like Brazil. And so like a Brazilian based company is doing the software, building it onto Android. So if you like dig into like the change logs and stuff, you can find some of the company's information. Like it's like
Microsoft is just the go-between.
Yeah, it's
the
just
messenger.
The skin. Yeah.
And yeah,
this
I
made
agree
me.
with this.
This is so funny.
Here's the thing though. I'm gonna make a video on this. I'll make a video on this later because I think people still love Windows Phone. I think Windows Phone still is loved. And I'm sorry, Windows Phone was not bad. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. The reason Windows Phone failed is because Microsoft didn't do enough to get developers on board to make apps for their platform. And you know what's sad? Windows Phone though, I think was more akin to iOS than it was to Android, because I feel like it would be easier to develop for Windows Phone than it would be to develop for Android.
Yeah.
Because I think that they had more, I think it was more compatibility with Windows Phone because I don't know, I feel like it's more iOS-esque the way that they do development for their apps versus Android, where it's a bunch of just a cluster of stuff, and like you're only going to support certain things. Let me just not use that word. You already know what I'm going to say. A cluster, But I'm just saying, like, it'd be, I don't know. I feel like Android has a lot more of a hard time being supported because they have so many different types of hardware, so many different variations in everything, that developers cannot make something that works for every single thing.
Yeah. You want to know a funny thing though is that I don't know if this is still recent or not, but up until like when I last used my Nokia, Netflix is still getting updates on the Windows Phone. It still works 100%, and I'm stunned. Like, of all apps, Netflix is not one I was expecting to work. Yeah, go ahead.
Guess what still works on the original iPad? The old Netflix app still works on the original iPad.
Yep. But YouTube
on iOS 5.1.1, it still works. It is the old Netflix logo, and you can literally go in there and still watch anything on the Netflix catalog. As long as it plays, it still does. So,
but YouTube,
yeah, sports betting comes to New York, and all apps already down. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what makes me mad though, about like Google's mess now. Now that they have the Tensor chip, Google's developers don't know how to develop for Tensor, and that's why the Pixel 6 updates are so far behind, because they don't know how to build for the new chip. But it's just an Exynos chip. Like, that's what blows my mind.
And like you know what? People can shit on Apple all they want, but Apple knows what they're doing and they figured it out. I mean, honestly, because think about it this way: I have this brand new MacBook Pro. It has Apple Silicon in it. I can run any program I have, whether it's made for silicon or not. It works just fine. No issues at all. That is how you do it. That's how you do it. You make something that is universally compatible, that doesn't cause any problems, and nobody sees it in the foreground or the background. They don't know what's going on. They just know that it works. I mean, an average consumer can buy this and use it just out of the box with no issue.
You know what the Pixel 6 is kind of like? It kind of seems like a rebranded Galaxy S9. Obviously the camera layout is a little different, but almost everything else is nearly identical. Like the build is almost exactly the same. The software updates are almost exactly the same. It's incredible to me how we've gotten this far, and Google is still struggling and Microsoft is still struggling. Like, I can't imagine what is going on behind the scenes, that like these developers are just running around in a frenzy. It's
different mindsets, right? So like Microsoft kind of has its niche world of business, right? Like, so like when you kind of separate it out, it's like Microsoft, I think, is hyper focused on business and business mobility because of the fact that, that's their primary customer regardless. And then I think when it comes down to like Google, they're an ad company first. So and a data company first. They could care less about the hardware they're putting out. And they've even stated that before, like hardware is not their first priority. And so I think that's why we see kind of these companies failing at it. Whereas like Apple, they're like full blown like consumer, mobility, and they want to push not just their services, but they want to make sure the hardware works perfectly with their services. Google just is, they're disconnected there. Which is, I mean, unfortunate. I mean, Microsoft, like you said, Windows Phone. I loved Windows Phone. Like I miss all those Nokias.
I think the hating Windows Phone thing has just become a meme at this point. I don't think it's actually that people actually feel that way. I think it's just for the memes at this point, because honestly, you know, to this day, if I could use Windows Phone, like if I could get the apps and stuff, I would. Believe me, I would use that Nokia every single day. The camera is incredible. Even to this day, it is still really, really good. It's better than my iPhone 6S, which was released after that Nokia, or at least right around the same time. You know, the facial recognition thing, like it had like an IR sensor. It worked okay. Like it wasn't great, but I mean, it worked enough of the time where like it, you know, even if it didn't work, like you could still swipe up into your passcode and stuff. I mean, you know, the software was really, really good, but there was no app support for it. And
I miss my tiles.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like and it's so funny because I've installed Windows Phone launchers on my Android phone, and it's, I mean, nothing compares to the fluidity of the actual start screen on the Windows Phone. However, I will say one thing I don't like about Windows Phone is the scrolling behavior. Something about it feels like sticky almost. Like I went back and used it because like a couple months ago when I got that phone, you know, I was using it for a couple days. And one thing that I really didn't like was the scrolling always felt really like I said, it just felt sticky. Like it felt like it was like scrolling through a layer of glue. Like it was really
still
weird.
I feel like their scrolling behavior is still better than Android, just the fluidity of Windows Phone. And then to Justin's point here, and I totally forgot I had a Christmas background behind us, so I'm sorry about that. Totally forgot that was there. It's obviously January. I will change that.
It's a winter it's a winter theme. That's this. Yeah, it's just winter. It's just for winter.
It's fine for now. Christmas didn't pass. But Justin says budget Windows phones were surprisingly great. You could get a good Windows phone for $80 back in the day, and that is very true.
That's very true. I got a Windows phone for $18, and I still can use it to this day. As a matter of fact, I use it to this day as a MP3 player because you can load. Go ahead.
Did you freeze?
Did he freeze? Oh no! Oh
no! Did he freeze?
Oh no! We lost Ian.
Yeah.
This poor guy. You talk about struggling behind the scenes right now. Oh, he's frozen in motion. Well, I guess to that point, yeah, the software experience on specifically the Lumia phones was just, I mean, you know, it was just unmatched. And, you know, the hardware, you know, the Lumias had some really, really good hardware too. Like I said, the cameras were really good. The Zune had like OLED before many devices did. Like, I mean, I don't want to say before Samsung, but like before a ton of devices. I mean, obviously they had it before Apple, and I mean, it's crazy just the amount of stuff.
Oh, there it goes. This is great.
My Wi-Fi just took a crap. Sorry. I'm on my phone's hotspot now. Thanks, T-Mobile. Yeah.
We can tell.
So, I forgot. What was I saying just a minute ago? Oh, yeah. I was going to say about the Lumia that I had. So, it was a Lumia 4 or something, and it basically... What? The internet's down. I know. Go unplug it. Unplug it back in.
Turn it off and turn it back on.
Turn it off and turn it back on. That's how we do it in the IT world.
That's always the solution to technology is just turn it off and turn it back on. I've been using my iPad as like a smart display of sorts that I have mounted like on my wall right here.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I've been using my iPad as like a smart display on my wall over here. Oh great, there's an echo.
Ian.
Depression noises.
That's great.
Well, I guess you guys get to hear us echo now. That's pretty great. But yeah, I've been using my iPad as a smart display. I've been using it with my Google Home, and I found that it stays connected more than anything else in my room does. I don't know why, but like when the Wi-Fi goes out, somehow it still stays connected. Like it's magic.
Yeah. I'm still shocked we got to see BlackBerry die this last week too.
Oh my god, my heart
Brutal.
burned, man. That was yeah. And I saw a TikTok, because one of the other things that happened was Betty White passed away. I saw a TikTok that was like God had to take Betty White just before 2022 started, so that way we could get all the bad stuff in 2021 and start 2022 without anything bad. And I'm like, goodness gracious, man.
It was great. Where did he like disappear into the void of internet? Like,
I guess whoever was there doesn't know how to unplug the router. He had to go do it for him.
Did it like shock him? What's going on?
Right. We didn't even get 30 minutes in we got just about 30 minutes in before he started having technical problems.
I think he just likes to hear us echo.
Right. Yeah, he's right behind the door right now, just listening to us echo. The router 8 Ian. Yep.
Yeah.
It's great, man. One of the funny things is I have 3 light strips. I have one up here, like right above me, and then I have 2 on the wall that's adjacent to me. And the light strip that's at the top has started to die. I don't know why. The one that I have up here has been up here for like 5 years and is just fine. I've had that one up for like 2 years and it's just crapping out. It's the same brand. Like literally I bought it from the same Amazon listing, but it's just starting to crap out. Like it won't stay connected to the Wi-Fi. The remote no longer works. Just doesn't work at all. When I turn it off, I actually have to completely like unplug it from the wall because it actually stays very dimly lit, and when it's pitch black in here, it like flickers.
That's not
so
good.
I can't sleep with it on. It's so annoying. Like literally I have to go over there and unplug it before I go to bed, so that way I'm not like, just being like epileptic seizured, when I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah. You good? You plug it in and unplug it again?
Why is this my luck right now? I don't understand why I have this horrible luck. So AT&T Fibers worked really, really well for the past year, and then it just decides to suddenly, like, this is not the first time. It did it the other day too. Yeah, I did it the other day, and I called them, and they were like, well, we have to send a tech out, and we can't send a tech out for 2 days. And I was like, really? You're going to make me wait 2 days to get internet? You do realize that our TV runs off your internet too? And they're like, I know, but we don't have any other techs to come out. So then I asked him, I said, is there an outage? No, it's just you. Okay. And then he calls me back 20 minutes after I get off the phone with him, after he's scheduled a tech, and he goes, yeah, it's an outage. That's helpful.
Well,
anyways,
I'm glad that tech support is, A+.
It was A+, A++. Anyway, he when he called back, after he called back, it started working again. So I was like, all right, don't worry about it. Don't need it. That's fine.
I think Linus said it best. He said that's the reason why you always have tech support on speed dial, because you can dial them, and as soon as you dial them, your stuff will start working again.
Yep.
That's always how it works. Matter of fact, I remember one time, this is a completely side tangent, but we were driving to, I can't remember where we were driving to, but the traffic light at the intersection we were at stopped. It stopped working. And there were dozens of cars just literally just sitting there because nobody knew what to do, because that never happens in our city. Like, it just never happens. So what we did was we called 911 because we did not know what to do. We called 911, and as soon as they picked up, we said, the traffic light isn't working, and it changed. I was so upset. I was like, I promise this isn't a prank call. The traffic light just stopped working. It was so annoying.
Yeah, we were talking about how BlackBerry is now done officially, Ian.
Oh my God.
I know it's awful. And you know what's funny is if you have made any BlackBerry videos in the past couple of months, I suddenly got comments on them talking about them. The funniest thing is the one that they commented on was the BlackBerry Storm, which I'm sorry was a garbage phone.
Yeah, it's like the worst one out of all.
And people were commenting, and I'm like, that people You have nostalgia for that phone? That one specifically? It's
I
trash.
have. It's so funny because I never used a BlackBerry full time because I didn't get my first phone until BlackBerry was already like nearly dead in the water. But
Yeah.
I was able to use a BlackBerry for a little bit because my mom had one, and she was telling me a hilarious story about how when her and my dad were like first going out, my dad was talking about getting his first smartphone.
Yeah.
This is, early 2000s, and he was, like I say, he was talking about getting his first smartphone, and he got a smartphone, and my mom took his phone and flushed it down the toilet because she was so upset that he bought a smartphone. And I don't know what phone it was, but to this day, she every time I talk to her about getting, upgrading her phone, she's always like, I wish I could get a BlackBerry again. I wish I could use my BlackBerry again. She had a BlackBerry Curve, and it was one of the last ones, and I ended up inheriting that, and I loved playing around with that phone, man. That phone was so much fun to play around with. And I have memories of when we were like in like Target or whatever, playing like Brick Breaker while she was, picking up groceries and everything. I just remember playing Brick Breaker on her phone. Like, I mean, those, BlackBerry phones will always just hold a special place in technology people's hearts. Like, I mean, it always will.
Well, it's sad too because the BlackBerry 10 OS was actually really good. Like they went out with
wasn't bad,
like some of their best software was like BlackBerry 10.
It had gestures. It had, and it's what's funny to me is that the iPhone came out with its little gestures and stuff in 2017, and it's like, did you guys realize that BlackBerry 10 had that? Palm OS had that.
That's where the gestures originated.
All these little
the
gestures that you see that you think are originated on these phones, they are taken or nitpicked from other phones. I mean, Palm OS. I have a Palm phone from 2009 that has that gesture where you swipe up, and it even has, so it's a little different because it had the screen. And it had a little bar at the bottom, but you could swipe on the bar and it would go back, or swipe on the bar forward, it would go forward. And you could slide up and hold it, and it would take up the multitasking. And this is 2009.
Did you ever have
2017?
Did you ever have a Palm Trio? Did you ever go that far back, or?
No, so like the phones I've had, and it's funny because every time I watch Michael Fisher doing his when phones were fun, when he does those, it makes me want to buy them. Like, it's awful. Yeah. Like, if every time he does that, it makes me want to buy the phone that he's reviewing. Yeah. But the phones I personally had when I was younger, like before the iPhone, I had the last phone I had before the iPhone, I had a Razr 2. It was a Razr 2.
Yeah.
Came out in 2008.
Yep.
And that was the last one. Before that one, I was really a Motorola guy. I really liked Motorola. Like all the Razrs.
We were an Android family. We've always been an Android family.
Well, no, I mean like before those were there.
Well, I'm saying because it for the most part it started with Motorola, because Motorola was not the first company, but they were one of the pioneers in making Android as big as it was because of like the Joy Does and like the Joy Does commercials and everything. It was breaking news. So, do you guys know about Launcher?
No, what's that? No.
It's essentially a fork of the stock Android launcher. It's second most popular launcher behind Nova Launcher. Their official Telegram channel has just gotten a message that says the account of the user that owns this channel has been inactive for the last 11 months. If this remains inactive for the next 30 days, that account will self-destruct and this channel may no longer have an owner. So that should be interesting. Launcher is, like I said, it's the second most popular launcher behind, for the longest time it was the second most popular launcher behind Nova Launcher. And it's like it's one of the ones that, matter of fact, I'm actually currently using Launcher because it's
is this on Android? This is a launcher on Android?
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's a fork of the stock Android launcher, but it has like a bunch of extra features like injected into it. Back before Android 12, they added like a bunch of extra like blur kind of features. Like you could like blur the dock, and you could like blur like the background of different stuff. And it was generally known for being really, really clean because it was similar to the stock launcher, but it just had like a bunch of extra customization. And I would say that it was probably on the way to beating Nova Launcher, but then their ownership just kind of went. So yeah, that should be interesting to see how that plays out. But are you recording your cat?
Yes, I'm sorry. My cat was being cute, and I wanted to take a snapshot of her. And you can go see it if you wanted to go see it. It's on there. But yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, sorry for the little interruption there. I just kind of wanted to bring that up in case anyone was interested.
I think one thing this year that I'm going to do is definitely get an Android phone and probably try to make it my main. No, Drew, finish it.
Chug.
Oh my god. Oh. No, he's already done.
All right, well.
And you're done.
This is actually from yesterday. There was only like a glass left.
Okay. I was going to say.
I do have another one in there.
See, Adam, you don't know yet. Life hasn't hit you in the balls.
I've had alcohol. It knocked me out a couple times, and that's pretty much the last that I wanted to have to do with it. I unfortunately come from a family of alcoholics, so I kind of distanced myself from it.
Same.
It's pretty great. Anyways.
Well, it's okay. You don't got to talk about personal things. I know. I feel the same way. I have a lot of that in my family too.
Well, there's some baggage that I can air, but then there's some that just doesn't need to be, quite as public. But like one of the most recent things I did was I got my first tattoo. Like this happened while we were gone. Was I got my first tattoo?
You got your first. You know what's sad is I do not have a tattoo at all. You know how old I am? I don't have any tattoo. Do you have one, Drew?
No.
I thought about getting one with like Navy friends just to commemorate stuff, but it never happened. But like I said to myself, I was gonna get one this year, and we'll see. There's still time. I don't know. It might be something small.
There's plenty of time.
But that is really cute that you got that one. That's really cute.
Yeah, this is actually my mom's handwriting. Let me see if I can.
Did you happen to see? Did any of you happen to see the guy, or it was a guy? I think it was a guy that got the Grinch to sign his arm, and then he got it tattooed on there, and it's huge letters. Yeah,
that's one way to do it. Then I already know the next tattoo I'm going to get. Although I'll be completely honest, I almost passed out while getting it because I was dehydrated and was not prepared for. I knew that it was going to hurt, but I didn't realize how much it was going to hurt, and especially on your wrist. Like this is apparently like a really sensitive area, especially for tattoos. So I wasn't really expecting it, but I do already know what my next tattoo is going to be. So that'll be pretty cool. Okay. But I do like this tattoo.
I gotta ask Drew now. Drew, if you were gonna get a tattoo, what would you get?
No idea. I've actually gone to tattoo parlors like a ton, but my issue is always I don't know what to get in the end. Like I've gone with friends, like my fraternity, like we almost got one when I was in the Army. I almost got one like similar to you, where like we all went out and like I almost got one then, and like I just could never decide. And like, I mean, my wife has tattoos. Like a bunch of my friends, like all have tattoos.
Some of the stuff that people did were stupid. Like, If they're watching, I'm sorry. It is kind of dumb. Whatever you did. So anyway, a couple of them. There were 3 of them. They got this. They got the hang 10. Yeah. They got that like on their ribs, like down here. Ow. My one friend, her and her friends. No, it was her and her sisters. Anyways, they got a cute one. They got the I love you. They got this like up here. That was kind of cute. I like that one because I mean, like me and my mom used to do that when we were younger. So when I was younger, so that was cute. But then like my one friend, him and 2 guys, they got a tramp stamp with a shark fin coming out of the water, and it's right there, so you see it right above your crack. That was hilarious.
That was great.
So I don't know. My idea was, and you can tell me how stupid this is. I was gonna get Clippy. Tattooed on me.
I like that. I love that. Oh my god. God. I want to do that now. I want to do that now. Like that's really funny.
And then stupid enough to add to that, I was gonna get Clippy, and I wanted him to say, "It looks like you're getting a tattoo."
Oh no. That's so good.
Something just absolutely silly because I think it's pretty appropriate for me.
Yeah.
So, my camera's about to die. I am going to switch out the battery on my camera. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. Like I've gone so many times to get a tattoo, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to do this. And then I'm like, I don't know where I would get a tattoo, right? So it's like I just like give up every time.
We got really lucky with the artist that we have, because he's semi-local. I mean, he's a little ways away, but he's local enough to where we can get in the car and ride over there and see him. But he is just an insanely credible artist, and he's a really nice guy too. I was half expecting the artist that I had to be just this uptight, like barely speaks 2 words to you the whole time, like just really closed off kind of guy. But no, he was really nice, and I think that makes the experience that much better, especially when you're doing something like that, because especially for your first tattoo, it's kind of scary. I mean, like my brother got his first tattoo I think when he was like 22, and even he was like, I don't know if I could have done it if the person that I had wasn't so kind. And I completely agree. I don't think that I would have been able to go through with it if the artist that I had was kind of rude or demeaning or anything like that, because it just would have made me uncomfortable.
I got my Roblox username tatted on my back 7 years ago at school. Many regrets. You
Jesus.
got a tattoo at school?
There's a lot of questions there. There's
I have
probably
so many questions.
There's probably an ethical gray area there that
Who brought that shit to school? How?
What's the username?
That's what you want to know.
Did you keep it? Did you keep it? Is it still there? Can we look it up? Yeah, we got to know what's the username.
That's so
if it's oh my god, if it's dumb, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna cry. I will laugh and cry.
Yeah, I have a friend that has like over like 600-700 hours into one tattoo on his back. Like his entire back is covered.
Wow.
I've often thought about getting a tattoo sleeve or something. Maybe not like a full sleeve, but just something really, really busy, like on my arm, because I like the look of it. Like something about it, like I just really like the look of that. And plus I'm small, so it will kind of make my arms look a little less scrawny, I think. So
Well, but, you know what? I promise you will gain weight. I promise you will eventually gain weight. So
and unfortunately, that's another thing that runs in my family is obesity. My grandfather passed away, and he had diabetes.
Okay, I'm not saying you're gonna die from diabetes. I'm just saying that you're.
Well, no, I mean I'm not going all there, but like I'm agreeing.
You're making me sound like a butthole. I'm not trying to sound like a butthole. I'm just saying.
No, I know what you mean.
That as you get older, the weight is there. Like I used to be 100. I used to be like $118. I was like really, really skinny, and now I'm like 140. And I have a little fat tire going down there. You know what happens?
Wait. You weigh 140 now?
Yeah.
That's like 20 pounds more than what I weigh.
I know, and I'm also 5'6".
Oh well, I'm like 6 foot, so.
Okay, see, and that's the weird thing is like I almost met you. I'm actually gonna come up to Virginia, by the way. I'm still gonna come up there.
Good.
And it's gonna be weird, and I'm gonna meet you. And you're gonna be 6 foot tall, and you're gonna be looking down at me, and I'm
gonna be like, "Hi, Ian, how's the weather down there?"
Yeah, it's gonna be really, really strange. No, I am planning to go. I want to go to Norfolk because I want to see. I have friends up there, and then he's in
downtown Norfolk. Downtown Norfolk. I know there's a huge there's a lot of a lot of negativity around it, but if you want to take some pictures, like that's one thing that I love doing is going to downtown Norfolk and taking pictures, because the scenery down there, that's why I want to live there, is because the scenery down there is just so incredible. I mean, it's so urban and just I love being down there. I did a photo shoot down there one time, just taking pictures of like the scenery and stuff, and it's still one of my favorite photo shoots that I've ever done, like to this day. So, and I did it. I think I took the photos on like my S10. So they weren't like, it wasn't even like a professional photo shoot. I just went around town with my mom and just taking pictures and stuff. But
you guys are gonna laugh at me because that 10-year challenge that people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking for a photo from 2012 to like make. To do that with.
God. You know what? I could do that too. Let's see how nerdy I look back in 2012.
I just look awful back then. Like I just look kind of awful. Yeah,
let's see, 10 years ago. Oh, let's say 10 years ago. Oh yeah, 10 years. Holy cow,
10
2012.
years ago, you were a child.
Oh, 2012 was 10 years ago. Holy cow.
I already had 2 kids at that point, so like I look the same.
I look just as stressed then as I do now.
I was still doing the thing where I would take my glasses off when I took pictures because I hated wearing glasses, and now I don't care.
Yeah.
Now you just wear them. Like I was so self-conscious. So I would always, because I looked bad because I had braces and glasses. So it was like just a bad time.
Look, I can one up you. I had braces first. I had braces twice. Secondly, I was paler then than I ever have been. I was literally blindingly white. Third, I had red hair. I dyed my hair fire red, and it stayed for like a good year and a half. So I could
totally imagine that.
Braces, glasses, and red hair. This was after 2012, so you're not gonna see it, but yeah, that.
I am actually going through, and the funniest thing is 2012 was when I got this job that I currently have, and all these pictures of people of me having interviews and stuff. And it's like, that's what I'm about to do again. I'm about to do the same thing all over again. Oh, look at the spec case.
I'm about to say, I'm going to give you guys a little preview. So this is 2012 kind of baby Gavin.
Jesus.
Baby Adam.
Baby you. Oh my God.
I can't get the damn thing to
focus. How
old
were you in 2012?
I was 8 years old in 2012.
Oh my God.
I know. Y'all just don't forget that I am an adult now, but back then I was definitely still a child.
I was 25.
I realized, okay, so here's the thing, right? This kind of slowly trying to bring it back to tech stuff because this, that's kind of what we're supposed to be talking about. I know. I was thinking about how this year I'm going to be 19. That scares the hell out of me because I'm not even ready to be an adult yet, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna have a year into adult life in like 4 months, and that scares the hell out of me. But I was thinking about how I'm an adult now, and one thing that I can't remember who it was that said it. I think it was like Ray William Johnson back when he was huge on YouTube, but he said for every generation, there's a generation above them that hates them. And I think that I'm slowly starting to, I think I'm finally starting to see the generation of kids that I really hate, because NFTs are the dumbest thing I have ever heard in my life. And like, even my younger brother, who's like 15, he thinks the ideas of NFT is completely just bull. I mean, it's just so dumb. But people swear by NFTs, and I'm like, I just don't. Why is this a thing? I mean, it's just so dumb. It's like, did y'all hear about that girl that was selling her her air in a jar and got hospitalized?
Oh, I heard about that. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, the human, and this is my favorite saying is, the human race never ceases to disappoint me. So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous for sure.
Very, very, very much.
I definitely feel very old now, though.
I know.
I'm sorry for making you guys feel so old.
Like this year for me, I definitely feel old because in March my oldest will be 13, and then my younger sister, I only have this one sister, she'll be 30 this year. So it's like, this year is like, man, time has flown by.
Yep. And then here's like this. Does that show you the age? That's when the original iPad Mini came out.
Mm-hmm.
The original iPad Mini, and I went to the store and I was like, "Ooh, original iPad Mini! Look at did it have Retina? No Retina.
No, the original iPad Mini did not have Retina. But I'll tell you what, to this day, the iPad Mini is still one of the best iPads that you can buy. It's like the money, yes. the cost is really good. Like, the price is really good. The size is really good.
iPhone 5 with iOS 6.
I miss the iPhone 5 sometimes.
I wish so badly I had an iPhone 5. I don't even care what version it's on. I just want an iPhone 5, man.
Do you want an iPhone 5? I'll send you an iPhone 5. I have plenty of them. I'll send you one. I swear to God, I have so many of them. I think
are they all broke?
No. All right, so here's the deal. So here's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. For TikTok, I think I'm gonna just make videos. I'm gonna make TikToks of every single phone I have. I'm just gonna do every single phone I have as a TikTok for like as long as I have until I run out of phones, because I have phones on every version of iOS, like every iPhone 5S I have from.
Everything Apple Pro used to do that. Everything Apple Pro used to do that. And I'll tell you what, that's one of the channels that I wish still made videos. He hasn't made videos in forever. Like, and even his last few videos were like spread out over like a couple months. Like, he just hasn't made a whole lot of content recently.
Yeah.
But I remember every year he did the comparison between all the phones. And one of my favorite things was when he would do like the swipe to unlock with all the phones, and he would swipe all the phones. And I was like, one day I want to have like a mural. A mural?
Mural.
What?
What's mural?
A mural. A mural.
A mural.
A mural.
Why did that remind me? That reminded me of the Courage of the Cowardly Dog. Muriel. Yeah. Sorry.
Muriel.
Do you even know about that? Do you know that show? Do you even know that show?
I know of it.
To judge your age. Okay.
I know of it.
I'll give you, okay.
For what it's worth, though, I even as, I mean, until the age of hilarious.
Like, post TikToks from each of the phones, like recorded on an iPhone 5.
The thing is, you can't get TikTok on any iPhone 5. It does not matter what version of iOS.
No. I would just take the video on the phone, AirDrop it to my phone,
you can,
and then just upload it, and then just say, "This is taken on iPhone 5."
I take AirDrop for granted. Obviously I don't use my iPhone as a daily driver anymore because it's hot dog water at this point. It's just complete crap. But I really do miss using AirDrop, because there was a while where I was able to use my iPhone, and I had a Hackintosh laptop that AirDrop worked on. I'll tell you what, that's an experience that you just cannot get anywhere else. The software experience, the ecosystem though is, I mean, there's just nothing like it. Like, I mean, even now, I love being able to have, although we talked about this on it was either Twitter or Signal the other day, I love having my AirPods switch off between my different devices, but it's
it works.
When it works. Yeah. Monterey has been a buggy release, to say the least. Oh my God. I completely forgot about this. So I make music, right? That's one of the things that I do in my free time, because I love making music. I love making music. And I was in Logic Pro X today, and I can't remember what it was, but I have this drum pad that I use as a macro pad. I can't grab it right now because the cord is like this long, but I use it as a macro pad when I'm not in Logic. And so I went to go click something. I can't remember what it was, but I forgot to turn it back into drum pad mode after I was using it. And so a bunch of stuff happened on the screen, and Logic Pro X got stuck on my screen. It was the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. It was like it was a wallpaper, but you could not do anything. You couldn't interact with it. You couldn't go out of full screen. You couldn't open Launchpad. You could do nothing. It was completely frozen. So I had to force shut it off with the power button, turned it completely off. I turned it back on, and I kid you not, all of the applications were still open. I've never seen my computer freak out like this. I've never had a computer freak out like that before. Like, that was one of the most ridiculous bugs I've ever seen. So luckily I was able to save like the stuff that I was working on, but like, my goodness, Monterey has been a buggy release. Monterey, iOS 15, yeesh, they have been really, really buggy.
Yeesh.
Yeesh.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
And one thing I also really miss is jailbreaking. Rest in peace.
That's not a thing anymore, is it?
Yeah,
that's not a thing anymore.
R.I.P. Rest in spaghetti, never forgetty.
Yep.
Rest in pickles. I don't remember the rest of the joke, but that's what it is.
Rest in pickles.
Yeah.
Rest in pineapples. Yeah.
Rest in another P word. Rest in piss.
Let's not use that one. No.
Well, we're over an hour, and hopefully we're fine by now. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
we can just Oh, I will say one thing before I go.
Before we go.
Before we go, Jeremy Judkins, I know you don't watch my stream, but stop posting TikToks all day, please. They clog up my stream of random TikToks, and I would like to watch random things instead of stuff about your Tesla. Thank you. This has been a PSA from Ian's Tech.
And then Ian's gonna buy a Tesla, and he's gonna do it next.
Right.
No, I can't imagine myself.
It took you a solid 5 seconds to say no, so I don't think even you believe
Why did this
that.
many people pop up when I just start talking about him for a second? Like all these people just popped up. You can't see this, but I'm pointing at a number that's right here. And Drew and Adam can see that, but you can't. There's a number right there. Anyway. But yes, Jeremy, that is to you. I still love your face, but I don't love seeing all your TikToks all the time, because he's a very good commenter. He answers everybody. He answers everyone.
I posted a comment. Here's something that never happens. I posted a comment on Reddit the other day. That's how bored I was, is that I posted a comment on a Reddit post. It got like 150 something upvotes. I'm like, when did Reddit become the place to go to post stuff? Like, I don't,
all the updates.
Yeah, like it was ridiculous. Although I posted a comment today that was something about being pansexual, and it got a lot of comments. I have not looked at them yet. I'm a little scared to be completely honest, but yeah.
Oh, do you guys want to see more than 10-year challenge? This is, what's 2008? 14 years? No, 2008 is, yeah, is that 14? 14 years?
Yeah, that's 14 years.
14 years. Yeah, this is me looking like a little, I'm not going to say the word. I won't say it, but that's me. That's me. Look at that. Yep. Yeah. What happened? That's what happens when you do it. Anyway.
You're so hard on yourself. I'm not even that hard on myself, and I make fun of myself all the time.
I was so skinny back then. I was so skinny. Look at how skinny I was back then. Oh wow, we got people. Hello.
I'm about to say, yeah, I wanted to check the chats real quick. Hello guys, hope you are all doing.
Sorry I'm late to stream. Just returned from West Hollywood. Well, awesome. How was that?
I'm about to say, did you see?
What? Where'd you guys come from? All these people coming in now. We're over an hour. We usually just do an hour. Just about the AirPods Max. I hope I made the right decision. Well,
I'll tell you what. One thing that I haven't had the AirPods Max. I have the AirPods Pros. They're my favorite earbuds I've ever had. However, I do want to say.
What does B-Tech say? What?
It's the Jeremy Judkins thing. I'm telling you, it's the Jeremy Judkins thing.
Oh, the 10-year challenge.
Oh, that's what it was.
Okay. No, that was actually the 14-year challenge, because that was a long time ago. And see, here's the thing though. Drew doesn't know this term. Well, Drew might know this term, but I guess I was considered a twink back then. Was I considered a twink back then? Is that what I was? Yeah. No longer.
We'll go with that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was what I was, but I'm no longer that anymore. Anyway,
I am
Skinny Ian. Yeah, Skinny Ian. Yep. In the words of the gays, I was a twink. But yeah, the AirPods Max. I'm gonna say this: these have been through 3 people now so far. 3 people. So I do like them. Yeah, that is. Three previous owners.
They've been through 3 people.
Penetrating sound everywhere.
Don't say that word.
That's the word. Hey. All right. 3 previous owners. It only has 60,000 miles on it. Well maintained. All maintenance records. Check the Carfax on these bad boys right here. Okay. All right. So my first impressions of them were, obviously the build quality is really nice on these. The sound is. I kind of like my Sony's a little bit better. I kind of like the Sony's the sound, but like these are heavy. These are kind of heavy.
Can I tell you how surprised I was to see that Marquez carries AirPods Maxes in his backpack in his everyday carry?
Oh, I do like this. I do like the little. I do like that this comes off like super easily, and you can replace those. That's kind of nice.
Is the carrying case still stupid though?
That is the dumbest case I've ever seen. So the thing that I don't understand is like it's metal and nice and everything, but like you can play and pause if you just push down the thing. Yeah. but you can't like fast forward tracks. You have to. I think you can tell Siri to do it, but like, I like that you had on the Sonys you have the capacitive. You swipe. You can do the whatever, and then like on AirPods, on regular AirPods, you can tap them and tap in a certain way and it'll do whatever. These you can't do those.
One thing that I really like is volume control as a whole in the technology space is crazy. It's one of those things that we don't talk about because it's just not really big enough to bring up. But one thing that I really like is having like a knob or like a dial to do it, because I feel like that's the most tactile way to do it. Nice.
Sorry. Thank you. I honestly didn't think anyone was gonna watch those. I feel like it's really funny. You're only the second person that said that they liked it, so I may do more. So I don't know. I cannot say his name, but you know who I'm talking about. PSI Very. I don't know how to say his name. Anyway, he's the Australian guy that does he always has the what's it called? The spray. The spray that he always uses. Anyways, he does really good restorations, and I always would wish I could do like videos like he does. So went down to a bar for a while though, didn't get too heavy on the drinks. Well, that sounds fun. I got a good deal on Amazon, $4.33 down from $5.49. I also got a good deal. I'm not gonna say how much I
got my AirPods Pros for like $80. And they were I think they were like refurbished, but they were certified refurbished for $80.
Adam, I'm not gonna lie. If you can find a good deal on headphones, no, it's not ecliptic oil.
Ecliptic
No,
oil?
it's something else. It's something with an E. I can't remember. If I hear
electronic
it oil. Eucalyptus oil. That's what it is. Eucalyptus oil. He would always clean things with eucalyptus oil. And the funniest thing is that video that I released with that Dell, I didn't even film myself wiping it down because that would have been the best part of that. And all I did was use.
Look, you know what? You want to know how badly my family thinks of me. They bought this for me for Christmas.
Deluxe cleaning kit. Oh, well, it has actually. That looks kind of. Why does it have Q-tips though?
Like it has like 5 tips. Like, I mean, it just has them. I'll tell you what though, I cleaned off my MacBook screen and I've never been happier.
All right, so I gotta say this. So I got this to review, and they actually sent me an email. So these companies have been emailing me because I've been so behind with everything, and I know I need to work on these videos. I'm doing terrible. I just have not felt like it. So I got this, and this is super interesting. So I know, Adam, I know. Look at your face. Look at your face right now. So it's called Spade. It's for ear cleaning. So
it's even worse. It gets worse.
Why is it for ear cleaning?
What is that?
No, someone actually made a TikTok on this, and it did really well. But it's gross. So it connects to your phone.
No, it gets worse. Why?
It has a camera.
No,
it has a camera.
Oh no.
So you can see what you're doing when you're cleaning out the inside of your ear.
Well, unsubscribe from Ian.
Oh my god.
So I can't wait to try this because I'm very curious to see. I'm very curious to see how disgusting my ears are.
Ian, no.
We went from Ian's tech to Ian's orifices.
We are going to hell.
Hey Adam, wait till they send him the other models that aren't for ears.
No.
Colon cleanse. So
at home colonoscopy.
Okay. It is I watched the TikTok and it was okay. It's okay. All right. You guys, I know you guys watch this. I know you guys watch those pimple popping videos. I know.
No.
I know.
No. Okay.
Okay. Maybe not Adam.
Maybe not Adam. I do not. I can't stand
Drew, do you or the wife watch those?
My wife does. So I see them when she watches them. Yeah.
Okay. So it's kind of like that. It's gross, but it's also like kind of satisfying to see something cleaned. Yeah. So she literally takes this thing and you can see inside of her ear canal and it's scraping out what looked like honey just out of her ear. And you use your phone and you're just like stabbing yourself in the midst of it. It's just so crazy. Any rumors of AirPods Pro 2? I hope they don't release anytime soon because I'm still rocking the original. So I don't want those to be. They need some work. I think they need some work, But what can they improve on it? What can they improve on the AirPods Pro?
So here's one rumor that I have heard that I am insanely excited about. I'm not really an audiophile. I do like high quality audio. I have a 3-month trial of Tidal Hi-Fi, because I do like high fidelity audio. I have noticed a little bit of a difference. Not huge, obviously. I mean, audiophiles will blow their load over some high quality audio, but AirPods.
Didn't you just buy those? You just bought the AirPods Max. Don't talk about the new version yet. You just bought them. Don't do that, Patton. Don't do that.
I will say, so I don't know about the AirPods Max 2, but I do know that the AirPods Pro 2 are going to have support for high fidelity audio built in. I mean, these have support for some sort of high fidelity, but it's not. The standards are all crazy, and I don't know everything about it, but I do know that they're going to have much greater support for high fidelity audio. And if I do get them, that is one thing I'm looking forward to, because I do like to be able to hear the difference between just regular audio and high fidelity. That's so.
Yeah, I guess my problem with AirPods Pro, AirPods Max is just the sound. You can't really do anything with it. I mean, do they have equalizers in here? I don't know. It's just the out of the box, like, they aren't like that amazing to me. As far as like,
they have like adaptive EQ, but I mean, that's about it.
It's not like, I personally, like, I know each of us has our personal taste in how things sound, and I'm not going to say I'm used to bassy headphones, but I guess I like bassy headphones, but I also like crisp, clear sound with clear bass. Like, I don't know. This is why I'm not good at reviewing headphones.
So I can give you a little bit of insight on this. I'm very much the same way. I like having those really crispy highs, and then I have like 3, so I get it. Last week I had like -12, so that's cool. Anyways, back to what I was saying. There's the audio curve is how you can kind of measure, like, that's how like the EQ and stuff works. And I personally, there's a U-shaped curve, which gives you really, kind of high, crisp, crisp, clear highs. And then there's, like punchy lows and bass and stuff. And that's a very popular sound profile. And that's like a U-shaped curve, is because, it kind of brings the mids down a little bit and then brings the highs and lows up. So that's probably what, what you're talking about.
But I'll say this, so to Christopher saying they should remove the stem or at least minimize it. I don't know, the Galaxy Beans, I think here's the problem. They shouldn't remove the stem because it's iconic. It's something that makes AirPods.
This is the best control surface I have had on any headphones ever, including wired ones. I can't even use these on my Mac. That's a separate topic, but I can't even use these on my MacBook because I just contradicted myself. I just realized I'm contradicting myself, but these have the best control surface of any Bluetooth device I've ever had, because of you can do a single, a double, or a triple click, and then you can do a click and hold. That's 4 different ones, and then you can do one for each side. So I think you can only do like the clicks, like the single clicks with stock iOS, but with a jailbreak tweak, you could control every single different change in the what do you call it? Control that is possible that you can change. The Galaxy Beans, their controls sucked. I hated them. I liked the way that they fit in my ear, but they didn't sound very good. They hurt my ears to listen to. The Beans hurt my ears whenever I listen to music through them.
I've noticed that headphones that are like that have to be like specifically put in a certain way, they just become uncomfortable after a while. And if you can find like regular AirPods, they just fit in anybody's ear for the most part, but they didn't have any rubber tips, so they would work most of the time, but they didn't really work that well. But when you add the rubber tips and they add a little bit of that, it actually makes them really secure. And then you also aren't uncomfortable. But I feel the same way, but it's not just the Beans. It's any headphones that are kind of that shape where you kind of have to turn it in like that. Like I compared the Soundcore headphones that I got. the Liberty Air 2 and the Liberty Pro 3. I'm messing up these names already. Anyway, it's just different how they get put in. But the thing I will say though is the ones that do have that kind of strange way to put in, they have a better fitment and they actually work better for noise cancellation and the like, because with these other headphones you can only put them in one way, but then you might not be getting a very good seal compared to other
and
headphones that are like
I think that's why the beans. I think that's why the beans. That's what Dangpod says, because he's Aussie, and so like the intro to the Beans video was the beans, and I have literally just a 3-second clip of him saying that because it made me laugh so hard. But anyways, I do have those. I haven't touched them in months because I hate the way they fit. I hate the way they sound. The ANC is nearly non-existent. I mean, they're not good. I don't, I got them for like $70, so I mean, but
so just to point this out real quick. So Web Patent says my old headphones are rubbish. JBL's wireless always disconnects, randomly turns off, awful battery, around 1 year old. And this is the thing though. It'll only take one of those things happening to make you hate your headphones. Only one of those things will make you hate the headphones. And the crazy thing is, if it's JBLs, those are probably like a quarter of the cost of what he paid for the AirPods Max, but it made him pay for much nicer headphones to have a better experience. So if you can nail down the experience with cheaper headphones, but the problem lies, it's something with Bluetooth. Like the way that Apple does it is really good, where they try to have this seamless transition between devices. Yeah. It doesn't really work very well, but they try. Like you can open the lid, it shows up on your phone, bam, they're connected. Meanwhile, like it automatically connects with other devices too, but then again, sometimes it disconnects. That causes issues.
One thing I do wish is that I like the way that when you connect to an iPhone, I'm using an iPhone specifically, when you connect your AirPods to an iPhone, say for the first time, it automatically, because of iCloud, it automatically connects them to all your devices. It pairs them to all of your devices. And I really like that because, especially with the Pros, it makes it really easy. In iOS, the switching is a lot better, switching from iOS devices, but switching to the Mac is very finicky. That's a Monterey thing. It's a Bluetooth stack. Matter of fact, I think it was. I don't know. Somebody confirmed that it was a Bluetooth stack issue. That post that we were talking about, it was they changed the Bluetooth stack in Monterey, and that's why it's so finicky right now.
I had issues before that, but the thing that drives me nuts is, for example, I'll be sitting on my computer, right? I'll pause a video, pick up my phone, go on TikTok. It connects right away. It's seamless, amazing, so nice. I can be on my phone. It's already playing. I put my phone down over here. I go back to my Mac. It plays through the speakers. It does not automatically connect. And then what I end up having to do is I go up to the top, go up to the control center, Bluetooth on, Bluetooth off, and then it connects again. But it's like, why is it seamless to go from the Mac to the iPhone? No problem at all. Like,
you can't go the other way.
I pick it up, I open it, it's already there, it's already ready, and then I put my phone down. I'm done with my phone, it's asleep. I go back to my Mac, I go to play something, and it's like, no.
I like that it shows the notification up top too, when it connects, like it'll say that they're connected. I like that it's very non-intrusive. It's very, it just kind of slides down and it says you're connected. But one thing I have to say, I think it's just my Pros. I don't know if it's a specific issue with my Pros in particular. I don't know if it's like a software or like a hardware issue or what. But one thing that I've noticed is that back on Android 11 on my Pixel, they always picked up my AirPods automatically whenever I would open them. But now for some reason, like I said, I don't know if this is an Android issue or if it's an issue with my earbuds in particular. They don't automatically connect to my Android anymore. And it's really, really annoying.
I think it's Android.
Yeah.
But let's answer some of these comments real quick.
Yeah.
So my AirPods Pro is the only good thing, good call quality. Only good thing is call quality. Call quality on these is really good. I find that to be really good.
Call quality is okay. I feel I have a very strong suspicion that there's something wrong with my AirPods Pro, but I can't do anything about it because I don't have any warranty on these.
Oh
no, I didn't, because I got them. Like I said, I got them certified, refurbished.
Could you get them diagnosed? Can you get them diagnosed at Apple, maybe?
Possible, but honestly, here's my thing. They work well enough to where I'm not super worried about it. It doesn't bother me in my day-to-day usage, because I mean, at this point, I'm used to just going into Bluetooth and connecting them. It's kind of a hassle, but I don't really mind it. The thing that I've noticed is that my call quality is not good at all. And it's not even just the microphone, it's the speakers too, because it automatically switches to like the really crappy like landline quality audio, where listening to someone talking, I have to, matter of fact, I don't know if you guys remember when I first got these, I was using these when I was streaming, when I was on Windows, and they sounded fine, but on Mac, I have to use these wired ones, because if I use these on my Mac, the audio sound, because it's using the microphone from these, it sounds horrible. And no matter what audio is playing, if it's using the microphone on my AirPods, the audio quality is that landline quality. It's horrible.
The AirPods Pro can be improved. All right, let's get through these real quick, and then we'll go ahead and close out.
I'll stop ranting.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. So Justin says, I like the fit of the normal AirPods. I can pop them in and out with no adjusting quickly. Sure, tons of noise leaks, but convenience is unbeatable. Yeah, I agree with that.
They sound really good too. A lot of people say that.
Are you talking about the new ones, or are you talking about the old ones? I haven't tried the new AirPods. The AirPods 3, I haven't tried those.
I have not tried those. I have the AirPods 2, and they sound really good. For me, they sound really good.
They're lifeless. They're lifeless to me. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know how else to say. They're just lifeless. They don't have any bass. It's nothing.
AirPods 3 are in some ways better than AirPods Pros. And like, there's a lot of people that have been saying that. Like, I think it was like John Rettinger, a few other people had a whole thread on this. Like, somehow the AirPods 3s sound just more clear and like crisp.
It's the way that it's the direction that they're sending the audio into your ear.
But the funniest thing too is, and just to touch on this real quick too, the funniest thing to me is that Apple bought Beats, and they have Beats as a separate brand to their Apple branded things, but Beats have such better like bass and that kind of thing, and Apple didn't take any of that. They just took the
it's an IP thing. It's a thing where they can't directly integrate it. It's a lot. I think
they own
so them. I think it's similar to the back and forth, where it works one way but it doesn't work as well the other way, because they have like the software experience for one, like when you open the case and it automatically connects and everything. But one thing
Beats benefited from all the software integration and all the hardware, but like Apple didn't get anything from that.
I don't know.
Beats Studio Buds did. Like, they took a lot of like Apple's like AirPods Pro functionality and they put it in the Beats
also
Studio.
did some of it too.
Yeah, but the Beats Studio Pros, those buds, those are like,
did they sound better than
those
AirPods
are so
Max?
Good. They're so much better than AirPods.
Okay, like, so they're just a different design, obviously, but I figured that they would sound just like Beats. Like, Beats have always had more bassy sound. And I prefer that over this. Like, obviously, Apple is more like it's a design, it's a thing. Like, I have
luxury. It's a luxury brand.
I have the Apple thing. Like, Beats aren't that kind of status. Apple is. So like, you look cool when you have the Apple stuff, but are you getting the actual like sound you really want?
Yeah.
Like, I'd much rather spend money on headphones that actually have the sound I want.
I feel like in a way though, I mean,
Cat's just messing with something.
Not to bring up the whole average consumer, thing, but I feel like enough people see audio quality as not that big of a deal, because if you're streaming audio, if you're watching a YouTube video, whatever, it sounds good enough to where you're not really gonna, it's just really not that big of a deal. I think the convenience is
to most people. I think it's to most people, but the thing is, like, I personally am not an audiophile at all. I'm not like some person that's like super into audio, whatever. But I can tell you, like, when I hear a good set of headphones and they have great sound, that
you can really appreciate it.
You can really, really appreciate it. Like these Soundcore headphones that are like tons times less than these and less than AirPods Max or whatever, those blow me away. Like every time Soundcore sends me one of their headphones, I am blown away because they always sound so good. Mm-hmm. And then they also have really good equalizers set in there. And for the most part, the experience with them is really good. Now, the thing is, they're not Apples. They're not Apples. They're not Beats. They don't have the chips in them. They can't do that stuff. So you kind of lose out on that experience. But
I feel like it's funny because I feel like you can almost always get one or the other. I feel like you can either get the software experience or you can get the hardware, which includes that sound. Like, I mean, it's very difficult to get both. And I feel like Apple is trying with their AirPods brand, so to speak. I feel like they're trying to make as close to that happy medium as they can. But the take, the give and take, the take of that is the price. You know, I mean, they're just they're
the price, but I mean, like if you can get them on sale, it's kind of okay. I think I bought mine for like $190. That's still way more than I would spend on headphones. Way more than I would spend on headphones. I remember I bought the AirPods once and didn't ever use them either. And the AirPods Pro, I actually bought them and used them for streams, and then I bought these. Like, so I'm buying them. Obviously, I'm spending the money on them. I shouldn't spend the money on them, but like for example, the Soundcore ones, like these kind of headphones, like when they get lower in price, you compromise, like you said, you compromise on things. So like it's kind of compromising on like the experience, but also like, say for example, it could be small things like the microphone. Like do you use your buds for calling people? If the microphone sucks, that's going to ruin the experience, right?
Exactly.
So like there's some things that they cheap out on, but then like if you get the main things right, sometimes that's worth it. But then like what Patton said up here about his old headphones being crap because they disconnect, that's bad experience. Randomly turning off, that's bad experience. Battery, bad experience. Like if you can get the majority of things right, people will forgive one or two things that are not, not a fault, or they are a fault. They'll forgive those little faults. But yeah,
I'll tell you what, man, the battery on my AirPods, I love these things for the battery life. I mean, these things can go just forever. And I mean, there are people that I saw that.
All right, Justin, enjoy work. Also, it's really late. That's really late for work. But yeah, no, we'll be back. We'll be back next week.
All right. So the battery on these is really, really good. There are people that will keep their earbuds in all day, and I mean from start to finish of the day. And those are the kind of people that can't use wireless earbuds, like that. They either have to be able to have like a break somewhere in between where they can charge them for a little bit, or they have to have wired earbuds on them. Yeah. Maybe not using them primarily, but just on them while they're wireless ones charge. But right. I don't use mine for long enough to where they die before I am finished, quote unquote, finished using them. So I mean, I find the battery on these really good. The only issue I have is that the battery of the case itself is not really good. I feel like my AirPod, like actually I know for a fact my AirPods 2 that I had, they would last me a week and a half before I had to charge the case. But these, I mean, I have to charge the case every other day. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's a trade-off.
And I know this would take me off on another tangent, but I'll end with this. And I don't blame you for getting Apple Care. Apple Care is definitely worth it. I didn't get it for my laptop. I didn't get it in time, so now I'm screwed if something goes wrong with this laptop. I'm gonna sell it in a year. It's fine. Speaking of battery, I noticed that people complained about the iPhone 13 Pro Max, complained about the battery because it made it weigh too much. Oh no, the phone weighs too much. It's uncomfortable because it's square. So my thing is, like, when people complain about those things, when they complain about like the weight of the phone, and they realize, like, we realize that we know iPhone 12 Pro Max to iPhone 13 Pro Max, the battery increased, hence it became heavier.
I didn't even have either of those phones, and I knew that was the case.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, people really complain about the weight of these phones, and it's like, okay, I feel like it has good heft. Obviously, the materials, you don't really need to have stainless steel, because I've had the lower end phones, I've had the higher end phones. I don't really care personally, one way or another. It's going to be in a case. I don't care. It's going to be in a case for the majority of the time. if the screen's good, if the processor's good, if it does what it's supposed to do, I don't really care. But my thing too is the battery life is part of the experience. If the battery life is good, which this phone has excellent battery life, don't bitch about the battery being heavy, because guess what's going to happen next year or this year?
Yeah,
They'll probably reduce the battery.
And I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. The I've been using the Pixel 3a XL since I got it. I think I got it in like early October. I've been using it almost every day since I got it. I cannot stand any other phone because of the battery. Like, and I mean, it's the phones that I specifically have. I mean, you know, and it's just the way that, you know, that it's just the way that the stick has fallen on my end. But I mean, the battery on the Pixel is so good. I mean, I can last a full day with it. I mean, you know, even with, I mean, and similar to how Marquez says, I have full brightness 24/7, light mode pretty much all day, you know, watching videos pretty much all day, listening to music, you know, whatever. And I can still end the day at like 40%. So, you know, it's, if you're going to complain about the heft, then you're really not appreciating what you could be missing out on.
Yeah, I agree. And Yuri Texas, dang, everything Apple Pro hasn't uploaded any new videos in 3 months. I'm gonna tell you right now, this man is probably surviving just fine with the AdSense he's making from the videos he already has on there, because he always has videos have millions of views. So I don't think he has any worries at all.
There's also a lot of Apple channels that take like a break for like the holidays. They take like 2-3 months off because they, to your point, they can live off that other AdSense revenue.
Have you seen Apple Explained? Just with the dumbest videos.
Oh my god! I had, like, you know what? I was subscribed to him for the longest time, for probably like 3 years. I unsubscribed. I'm like, I can't stand. I cannot stand it. The man has run
out of ideas. But the thing is, people still watch it. People still sit there, they spend their time, and they watch these dumb videos that add no value to your life.
You know what I bet it is? You know what I bet it is? I bet these people I bet, you know what? I bet he has like 80 million Raspberry Pis that just run through all of his videos on a loop, so that way he gets more views. I'll bet that's what it is.
Yuri, I'm just gonna deny. I'm gonna say I don't agree with that. It's not helpful for noobs, because all he's doing is BS. Like, oh, what happens when you drop your phone? It fucking breaks.
What happens if you put ketchup in the charging port? Like, what?
What happens when you drop your phone in water? What happens when you go to the bathroom?
What happens when you wake up in the morning?
Screw in a light bulb?
Yeah.
What happens when you eat a Swedish fish?
Here's one.
What happens when you turn on your car?
Here's one of the ones that I remember. Why is the iPhone's alarm so annoying? Can I just say a royal F you for that? Like, that makes me hate you. Like, it's not like you. I hate you for that. Like, I hate you for writing that, for being able to make a full
It works.
video.
It does its job. It wakes me up every morning. So, hoorah, hoorah.
I have like 8 alarms, man.
Well, you need it sometimes. All right, let's go ahead and cut it here. I think we can go ahead and cut it here. All right, guys, we've been here for an hour and 37 minutes. So I'm glad you guys spent your Saturday night with us. Michael did not show up. We gave him almost 2 hours to show up. He did not show up. He decided to go look at Nissans. So, Michael, you're not allowed to complain that we didn't stream, because you streamed for 5 minutes, and that doesn't count. Sorry. No. I'm disappointed.
Especially with all the great content that he missed us talking about, like tattoos and ear probes.
Yes, ear probes, tattoos, complaining about batteries, Drew drinking. You missed Drew drinking. Why did you miss that?
You missed me being 8 in 2012. Like, come on now.
Oh God, get out of here, Adam.
He was like 9 in 2012. Come on now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's the same age as you.
Actually, I think he's younger than me. I don't know that he's that much younger than me, but all right, we don't need to go on a tangent. We need to cut this off.
Sounds good.
Oh my god. All right. Well, thank you guys all for joining us and hanging out with us on your Saturday night. Hopefully you enjoyed watching us. I know there's only been a couple of you, but you know what? We'll try to make this more interesting. Maybe one day we'll script it. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll have a little podcast.
We'll have a production. We'll have a full production, man.
We'll sit at a table and we'll have like the same microphone that Drew has there, and we'll just sit there and do the whatever. Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Yuri. Maybe we'll invite you on next time if you're back over here. I don't think I've met you before, but I appreciate your comments and everybody commenting. Justin, I know you're at work, and Patton and Tech for Your Needs. So I appreciate you guys commenting, and VTech, I know you're probably gone by now, making fun of my 10-year challenge, but I'm still gonna post it anyway because I'm old and I don't care. And we're the same. Me and VTech Reviews are actually the same age. We're the same exact age, me and him. Anyway, we both look young, don't we? Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you guys hopefully next week. So, bye-bye.